Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Helen, and I've got for you today a really lovely creative flow designed to build strength, flexibility, and stamina. So let's get right to it. I recommend that you have a strap or some blocks. And if you don't have a strap or blocks, you can use a towel or anything that you can kind of grab two ends of a tea towel. A beach towel would work instead of a strap, and blocks. Cushions work, books work, anything that you can use to bring the ground closer to you, essentially. So make sure that you've got all of your equipment, you've got everything that you need. And let's go. Start today lying down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, pelvis tucked under, back of the neck is long. Resting one hand on your heart, left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. And let the elbows rest on the floor. This is a place, if you wanted to use your blocks, you could place them underneath your knees if this is a bit intense on your hips. And just notice your hands rise and fall with your breath. Finding softness, settling. Feeling the air against your skin as it expands as you inhale. And then using your hands to lift your knees as if you're closing a book, and gather your knees into your chest and just give yourself a hug. And then taking each knee into each hand and just moving the knees around, maybe drawing little circles or figure of eights. Honestly, anything that feels good is using your own body weight and gravity to just give yourself a lower back, glute, and outer hip massage. So anything that feels good. No wrong way to move here. Nice. And then sending your arms and your legs up towards the sky. Your knees and your elbows are soft. There's no effort here. And just rotating your wrists in one direction and your ankles and in the other. And shake it all out. And taking the backs of your thighs into your hands, relax the shins, chin to chest, and start to rock up and down the length of your spine, building up momentum. So eventually we're going to land in a malasana, in a yogi squat at the top of your mat. So building up as much momentum as you can to make your way all the way into malasana. And you can also just make your way here without rocking and rolling. That's always fine too. Big inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs as you parallel your feet. Draw the crown of your head towards the floor. Hi, Bastian. Soften the knees, roll up through the spine, all the way up. The toe heeling your feet to hips width distance apart. Tadasana, mountain pose. On an inhale, reaching the arms up over the top of your head. Press your palms together and lift your gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, hinge forwards with a flat back. Drawing the navel in all the way down, any amount. Bring your hands to either your shins or maybe the floor. Draw the crown of your head down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. You're keeping your hands in contact with something, whether it's the floor, your shins, your thighs, it doesn't matter. Just having some connection there. Exhale, folding forwards. Bend your knees as much as you need to firm your hands onto the ground, and then step both feet back. You're in plank pose. Big inhale here. Exhale, lowering your knees, your chest, and your chin. Inhale, small cobra. Exhale, tap the floor with your nose, push back through a tabletop, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Bastian showing us how it's done. Nice. Hi, buddy. Come on, come to bed, baby. Get to bed. Into bed. I know, I love you too. Into bed. Into bed. And from downward facing dog, raising your right leg and drawing your knee to your nose and placing the foot on the floor all the way up in between your hands. Lower the left heel, foot's at a 40-degree angle. Cartwheel the left arm up and around. We're going to arrive in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Flip your right hand to face the ceiling, reach forwards, and on an inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep that lunge in that right knee and press down on the outside edge of that left foot. Your left arm can rest on your left leg or maybe find your right hip crease. Big inhale. Exhale, back into warrior 2. Straightening your right leg, pull the hips back a little bit. Utthita Trikonasana as you reach those right fingers as far as they can go. Then hinge. This is a place you could use a block as well, maybe on the outside of this right foot. Or maybe rest the hand somewhere on this right leg here, avoiding your knee joint. But let the focus be these left fingers. Reach those left fingers towards the ceiling. On an inhale, all the way back up to the top. Exhale, back to warrior 2. So rebending this right knee. Left arm's going to swoop underneath as you square the hips to the top of the mat and twizzle onto the ball of your left foot. You're in a high crescent lunge. So feeling hopefully a really nice stretch on the left hip flexor here through the left side, the left psoas. Press your palms together, lift the heart. Keep your arms alongside your ears. Keep that lunge in that right knee. And then bringing your spine back to a neutral spine, bringing your hands through to your heart center. Start to shift your weight forwards into this right leg, and then come up to stand at the top of your mat, hugging this left knee into your chest. Right hand's going to come to right hip. Left hand on the inside of your left leg, grab a hold of your left big toe with your index and middle finger. Now you can stay here if you want to, if you like. On an inhale, lengthen the crown of your head to the ceiling. Exhale, extend your left heel out any amount. Don't worry about getting the leg straight. Focus on having a flat back. So if straightening the leg means rounding the spine, bend the knee a little bit. Draw the navel in. Lift up. Lift, lift, lift. Nice. Big inhale. Exhale, releasing your foot, sending the left leg out behind you. You are in warrior 3. Activate through that left foot. Your left toes and your left knee are pointing towards the floor. Your hands are at your heart center. Your hips are square. You're drawing a navel in. You're breathing. Bending that left knee. Tuck the left knee behind the right knee. Shiva squat. And then run your knee all the way down the outside of that right leg until your bottom comes all the way to the floor. On an inhale, reaching your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing your outer left elbow to your outer right knee. Right hand finds the floor at the base of your spine. Maybe bring your gaze over that right shoulder. Drawing the navel in, protecting your lower back. Big inhale. Exhale, unravel the spine so you're facing the front of the mat again. Take this right leg, swing it all the way around behind you, coming into an active pigeon. You can adjust yourself if you left your mat a little bit like I did. So your right leg is behind you, your left knee is bent. Interlace your fingers together behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the heart. Your left heel can be closer to your left hip, your right hip if you want it to be, or the shin can move towards being parallel to the short edge of your mat. You listen to your knees, you listen to your hips. Dropping that right hip down, squaring the hips as much as possible. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the knuckles, lift the heart. Release your interlace, and then send your weight into this left hip. You're going to twist to face this right leg. You're adjusting yourself a little bit. This left knee stays bent. Square the torso over this right leg. On an inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, Janusirsasana. Hinge with a flat back directly over this right leg. Any amount. So again, this is a place where if you want to, you can use a strap. You can hook it around the ball of your right foot. And imagine you're going to draw your heart towards your toes. Otherwise, just reaching wherever you reach, folding forwards, flexing that right foot. And on an inhale, coming all the way back up to the top. And exhale your arms down to the side. Placing your left hand on the floor behind you for a baby wild thing. Swooping your right arm up alongside your ear. Shine your heart to the back of the room. And bringing your right hand down to the floor, the top of your mat. And then twizzle onto the ball of the right foot as you send the left leg up behind you. You're in a three-legged dog. Bending your left knee, placing the foot on the floor on the outside of your left hand. Bending both of your elbows, keep the gaze forwards, resting your torso on your upper arms, and maybe lifting that right leg, lifting the left, kicking the dog, and then making your way back to plank pose. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, lowering if you want, knees, chest, chin as we did before, or if you like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for either maybe a small cobra again, or if you like, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. To raise your left leg. Then draw your knee to your nose, place the foot on the floor in between your hands, lowering the right heel, lift up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. So imagine that you're trying to pull your feet together, tucking the pelvis under, your shoulders are stacked over your hips, so we're not leaning forwards or back here. Nice. Flipping your left hand to face the ceiling on an inhale, reach forwards, reverse your warrior. Again, this right hand maybe rests on your leg here, or it finds your left hip crease. Keep that lunge in that left knee. Breathe. Big inhale. Exhale back to warrior two. Big inhale. Straightening that left leg. And on an exhale, reach Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Placing that left hand maybe on a block behind your left foot. Or maybe somewhere on the inside of the leg there, gently pressing against it, stacking your right shoulder on top of the left. But again, don't focus so much on this left hand. Try and touch the ceiling. Far more interesting. Reach for it. Breathe. On your next inhale, come all the way back up to the stand. You're back in warrior two. Right arm comes underneath as you square the hips. High crescent lunge. Press your palms together. Lift the heart. Stretch that psoas. These hip flexor muscles here on the right side, top of the quad. Keep that lunge in the left knee. Really lovely. Coming back up to a neutral spine. Bring your hands through to your heart center. Start to shift the weight forwards into this left leg as you take a big step up. Whoops, and you wobble all the way to the top of the mat. Right knee is hugged into your chest. Left hand comes to your hip. Take a hold of your right big toe with your right index finger and middle finger. And again, on an exhale, push the heel out any amount. And again, prioritize having a flat back. So if that means bending the knee, bend the knee. It's all good. Breathe. Draw the navel in. Hold on to a wall if you need to. If you fall out, just come straight back to it. Releasing that leg, sending it all the way back behind you, coming back into our warrior three. So your hips are square still, hands are at your heart. Right foot's flexed, toes pointing towards the floor. Right knee is pointing towards the floor. Bending your right knee, tucking it behind the left knee. Run your knee all the way down the outside of your left leg to bring your bottom all the way down to the floor. On an inhale, reaching your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, twist to the left. Outer right elbow to your outer left knee. Left hand comes to the floor at the base of your spine. Draw the navel in as you perhaps look over your left shoulder. If that brings any strain to your neck, you can keep the gaze forwards. And unraveling the spine. Taking this left leg, swinging it all the way behind you, coming into your active pigeon. So squaring the hips by rolling this left hip down. Your hands can be on the floor if you want for some support here, or you can interlace your fingers together behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the heart. Maybe lift the gaze. Try not to crunch anywhere. And then rolling onto this right hip, twisting all the way towards the back of the mat. So left leg is extended, your right knee is bent. Square the torso over this left leg. On an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, Janusirsasana, head to knee pose, folding all the way forwards. Any amount. So again, using a strap here around your foot if you want to, or holding on to maybe your thigh, shin, ankle, foot, doesn't matter. Folding forwards. Breathing into it. On your next inhale, all the way up to the top. Exhale, the arms down. Then placing your right hand on the floor behind you. Baby wild thing as you sweep your left arm alongside your ear. Lift the heart. And then bringing the left hand down to the floor to send the right leg up behind you. Three-legged dog. Bending your right knee and placing the foot on the floor on the outside of your right hand. Bending your elbows as you hook your shoulder behind your knee. Resting your torso on your upper arms. Maybe lift that right leg. Maybe float the left. No dog in the way on this side. And then stepping that foot back. On an inhale, lift the heart. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And then coming to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. Placing your hands on your knees, palms down. Stack your shoulders over your hips. And close your eyes. And just allow yourself to settle. Allow that tingle to happen. That phosphorescence that you've created, that energy, that prana. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Bringing your hands together at your heart center. And gently touch your thumbs to your forehead for clarity of thought. And to your lips for clarity of speech. And to your heart for clarity in life. Thank you for sharing, for being here, for playing, for practicing. Let me know if you have any requests, thoughts, ideas, feedback. Put it in the comments. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you are up to. Happy, happy, happy. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.